Modern Horizons is a set designed to introduce cards to the modern format in a way that those cards, both reprints and new cards, do not have to pass through the standard format. But I don't care about that. This set is also chock full of amazing cards primed to be used in the Commander format, and with that in mind, in this video, we're going to be talking about my personal picks for the top 5 cards from Modern Horizons for the Commander format. I think we did 5, I don't remember. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos like this one, click that like button. Let's begin. So the way that this list will work is I will choose one card from each color that I think really brings the most to the Commander table. Obviously, we're not going to be discussing the actual legendary creatures and Planeswalkers, as those are already on their own, great for the format. New commanders always mean new decks, and so to give the other cards in the set their chance to shine in the spotlight, we're going to stick to non-legendary cards. As our honorable mention, Deep Forest Hermit is perhaps my favorite card of the entire set. It's a revised version of the Deranged Hermit, which is very much an accurate depiction of yours truly. This Hermit, however, has Vanishing 3, so after that third Vanishing counter goes away, so does our squirrely friend. But in the meantime, we will get 4 1/1 squirrel tokens upon it entering the battlefield, and squirrels get +1/+1. So it's a lot of value and another addition to my beloved squirrel deck. And I'm a little disappointed that we have another set that does contain some squirrely goodness, but still no squirrel legend. Now, on to the rest of the list. Starting with white, Generous Gift is 2 and a white for an instant that does not pertain to squirrels. It destroys target permanent and its controller creates a 3/3 elephant. This is really powerful and flexible removal for white, which until now has had very few instances of instant speed removal. This gives them a white version of Beast Within, and given how often I see Beast within green decks, I can expect this to be a contender in many white decks. My pick for blue is Marit Lage's Slumber, also not a squirrel. This 2-drop enchantment lets you scry whenever it or another snow permanent enters the battlefield under your control, and if at the beginning of your upkeep you control 10 or more snow permanents, you sacrifice the Slumber and create Marit Lage, a 20/20 indestructible flying black avatar, not a squirrel. This is an absolutely devastating ability, as that token is likely going to end the game with only a few swings. The conditions for creating this version of Marit Lage are quite different from the original Dark Depths version, as you only need to control 10 or more snow permanents at the beginning of your upkeep. So as long as you can go one full circle around the table once you hit the 10 permanents, it's time to get the giant flying spaghetti not squirrel monster. Dead of Winter is my choice for black, being in the same boat as Marit Lage's Slumber. This card does not depict squirrels doing anything squirrely or nutty. Instead, this 3-drop sorcery gives all non-snow creatures -X/-X, where X is the number of snow permanents you control. This is reminiscent of Toxic Deluge, being able to wipe out the entire board with little effort. Running all snow basics in this deck featuring this card will definitely be the best bet to maximize the effect, letting you get at the very least -3/-3 if all you have out are Frosty Swamps. In red, we have Goblin Engineer. This is Goblin, not Squirrel. This 2-drop is very much a fixed version of Stoneforge Mystic, albeit going the route red generally goes with their artifact nonsense. It ditches an artifact to your graveyard when it enters play, and then you can pay a red, sack an artifact, and tap that Gobbo to return target artifact with a CMC of 3 or less to the battlefield from the graveyard. So, naturally, mana, rocks, equipments, and stack pieces will easily abuse this, being super efficient tutoring in red and letting you recur other artifacts from the graveyard. And in green, Unbound Flourishing is a 3-drop enchantment that lets you double the values paid for by X. Permanents with X costs get doubled, instants and sorceries and abilities that have X costs get copied. This is splendid for decks like Orochi Hatchery that have double X costs, letting you get double what you paid for. This can be seen as both a discount of mana that you would otherwise not be able to get the same value out of, while at the same time acting as a sort of ramp for certain decks. Hydra decks, particularly a new one from Core Set 2020 that we will discuss at a later time, will love this, as well as the sheer majority of Hydra creatures have X in their mana costs. Last but not least, Malk's Tantalite is an amazing new mana rock that has 0 things to do with squirrels and does me nothing but ramp. So I guess it's fine. It has Suspend 3, which exiles it with 3 time counters on it, and upon the removal of the last one, it enters play without paying its mana cost, which is also 0. Free mana rock, but with a 3-turn delay, seems pretty decent, and it produces 1 mana of any color, so I'll take it. No, wait, we have multicolor cards in this set. So rather than mention just one card, because I feel like what I want to count for the slot does more for Commander than if I were to pick any one card to stick here, I'm going to just count a group of cards as one card for the sake of this list. Picture it as a really dumb form of banding in a metaphor. The card I am talking about are the ninjas. Yuriko was a ninja tribal commander from Commander 2018, but our choices for ninjas aren't quite enough to make a deck around them that works consistently. Modern Horizons brought about several new ninjas, both in literal card type as well as the changeling ability ninjas, which, having all creature types, also technically makes these mutant ninja turtles, but I'll let you build that deck. My producer also has informed me that some of these cards, particularly the ones with the changeling ability, are in fact also squirrels. So, to my pleasant surprise, I actually did get some squirrels in this set after all. What a happy ending. They're a little weird looking for squirrels, but we also have a lot more synergy with the deck, a lot more ninjutsu abilities, and this has me completely revamping my build for Yuriko. Now, if only I can get a damn squirrel squad. Whatever. So that's going to wrap up this top 7. I'm a musician. I can count to 4 and repeat. That's about the best you'll get out of me with math. Remember to like and share this video with your friends, family, strangers on the subway, and passerbys, dogs you stop to pet. If you're new to the channel, I apologize for the mess. It happens. If you get used to it, click the subscribe button and stick around a while. If you want to help support us getting our together and making some gameplay videos, which is my goal at the end of the day with all this, I have a Patreon going you are more than welcome to check out. Yada yada. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and to the one person left watching this point, you are looking dashing today. Have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next video.